It's been years, man. You know, you gotta. I'm not one of them people that just like blew up.
You didn't just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, not like my song didn't just go viral. Like I worked for every play I worked for.
Every
like real deal.
one.
Yeah, I used to wake up every morning and DM 500 people.
500.
Like I'll go to like whatever rapper like was popular, and then I DM 500 of their followers. Like now, they be like hitting me like, man, I'm so proud of you. And and I got a lot of fans like and supporters from them.
What's going on, y'all? I'm Mia Bell. Welcome back to another episode of BET Talks featuring West Coast artist who loves to infuse those melodies into his rap songs. He keeps it real, too. I'm talking about Kalan.FrFr. How you feeling, man?
How you doing?
I'm feeling really good.
What's going on?
I told you I was really excited to talk to you because when I first heard of your name, I wanted to make sure I was saying it right.
Yeah.
And I'm talking about the for real part.
Right, yeah. Gotta keep it real.
Right.
Yeah.
Now, what are the other ones that you hear?
Kalan, Kalan.FrFr.
FrFr bothers me a lot.
Yeah, I ran with it before. A one that's crazy is when they just be like FrFr.
Right,
why wouldn't you try to put it together? That'd be killing me. Yeah, but nah. It's okay as long as they listening.
Yeah, of course. And I think they really are. We are so tapped in.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I have to know where you got the name first before we get real into it.
That was the gang. Like we was making IGs in school. And when I started making music, I was just thinking of like what my Instagram gonna be or what my rap name gonna be. And it was just hella confusing. And I was just like, I'm gonna just be myself. So I'm like Kalan.FrFr. And then that just became a motive. Like, we just gonna keep it real. It was already something that I was saying. I was saying a lot. And then I already was known for like keeping it G. So just for real, made sense.
Yeah, and keeping it G on all levels, I feel.
All the way around.
And I think when I listen to your music, it's very much so true to your perspective too. Because when you talking about the ladies, I don't know how real I would say those experiences may be, but you're keeping it real to yourself in that way.
Yeah, I ain't gonna rap nothing that's not real.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, which makes it all of the incredible.
Right.
Now, I do want to take it back because in your humble beginnings, you were gonna go to school for football.
I went to school.
For football.
Played football and graduated.
In social science.
Yeah.
So you were going to work in that space
with children with disabilities.
Right. And then when did music kick in?
Maybe like my junior year of college. I ended up getting in some trouble. I couldn't play no more. So I moved to Atlanta and just started working on music. And I was like, I'm gonna figure this music stuff out. And that's when it all started, probably like 2017, 2018.
Yeah, and what prompted you to want to work with kids with disabilities?
Just over life. I always had a soft spot for it. You know what I'm saying? I got family members with disabilities and stuff like that. So just having a heart for them. And I took a class in college, and then there was this man, he was talking to us, and he was blind, completely blind. We walked around the whole classroom, nobody knew he was blind. He was talking to everybody, like when he talked to you, he look at you and everything, and at the end
almost questioned
we didn't know. Nobody told us he was blind. He just came and started speaking.
Wow.
So and at the end of the lecture, he was just like, I'm blind, like 100%. Like lost my vision. I don't know what any of you guys look like. I didn't know anything. I just walked in here before, so I knew where I was going.
Right.
And I was like, man, that's crazy. But all the stories that I was getting from people in that class, because we usually have somebody come speak like once a week, it just motivated me to be able to do anything. Like life should have no limits. You know what I mean? Everybody gonna get faced with stuff. Everybody gonna have challenges, and you know what I'm saying? What makes yours harder than the next person?
Exactly.
Right.
Ooh, that's a gem right there.
Yeah.
For real.
For real.
We gonna keep saying for real.
Don't stop saying it.
Right.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. And I think that it's really important for people to be exposed to that too.
Right.
I think special needs is something that's really close to my heart as well. And seeing that and learning that about you, I think is so important. And I know that you're working on getting the facility together. Please don't ever stop that.
No, I'm not. That's all in the works, man. My mom's helping me with it, my best friends, and everybody's invested.
And we need one in every city.
Yeah. We gonna try to expand for sure, definitely. It's just time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But as long as we got a goal, you working towards something.
Absolutely.
Right.
And right now we're on music time.
Yeah.
Now, who were some of your first influences? Because I also read that you played instruments.
A little bit.
What'd you play?
I play with the drums a little bit, harmonica, some a little bit.
Harmonica?
Yeah,
Wow.
that was different. Yeah, I'm a big Stevie Wonder fan.
Okay.
So Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson.
Mm-hmm.
It's coming up. I liked all music though.
Right.
I liked a lot of music, just whatever was hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And we can hear how you infuse those melodies in your music too. Every time I hear you on a record where say I don't know it's you, say I didn't look, and I'm like, who is that?
Yeah,
Give me a little sing song.
You gotta stand out a little bit. You gotta be able to touch I want to touch people real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody can everybody want to be in the club, standing on the couches and all of that. That's all fine. But when you get home, what you doing?
Right,
You know
getting in them feelings.
You know what I mean? When it's all over, who are you for real? You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So that's what I make music for the real people. You know, for your real person, because everybody got a real person in them, whether they gonna show it or not.
Right.
Yeah.
And I think it's important too for men to tap into that.
Yeah, no, it's dangerous stuff.
Why is it dangerous?
You can't just give yourself to everybody.
Not everybody,
Yeah.
but I feel like there needs to be a comfort zone with vulnerability. Because
Yeah,
if
but it's
not,
hard to be real. It's hard.
But you being real.
Yeah, but it's hard.
In the
I
music.
get hurt a lot being real, you know? So
You're also an Aries.
I am. Don't start that.
We've been talking about signs a lot. And I'm sorry, but you guys, I'm
best sign ever.
are the worst of the crop.
No, we the
my
best.
God.
We honestly keep all the other signs aligned. Like we the ones.
Aries,
Yeah.
men,
The best.
trouble.
Not at
Ladies,
all.
stay far away. I mean, Kalan keeps it real, so I guess.
I'm gonna vouch for all Aries men.
Jesus.
We the best. We
Oh
the best
my
ones.
God.
We the hardest to love. You just wasn't ready for the realness, whoever hurt you.
Anyway,
Okay.
back to the music.
Let's get past that.
So you've been dropping joints, projects since what, 2018?
Mm-hmm.
And when you first got out of school, how did that kind of transition for you? I know we're kind of hopping around, but leaving school, you said you moved.
Yeah, I moved to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't crazy. Like life was lifing, definitely.
What were
But
you doing at this point? Were you working
something
too?
I can't talk about.
Okay. That's fine. Hello, side
Stuff I
job.
can't talk about. But nah, I just was getting to it, man. Just trying to make it happen. Whatever it was, I was just grinding and
Right.
hustling. So, but music was something that I was in love with. So it really didn't really matter where I did music, or I wasn't doing music for money. Like I was just making music because I enjoyed making music.
Right.
So when it started to take off, it was just like, all right, come on, let's go. Like, let's keep going. Let's put some more music out. And it just all started to make sense.
Whose eye did you catch first
Ooh.
in Atlanta where it was like, oh, he got something?
I ain't gonna lie, I worked with Yandy for a little while.
Really?
Yeah, I worked
Smith?
at Yandy studio. Yeah, I was like interning at her studio
No
for a little second,
way.
engineering and stuff and writing. And after that I was just bouncing around Atlanta. Like it was just like anybody that be in Atlanta know like Atlanta just a melting pot. Everybody be there. Like so
Yeah.
I just was running around just in the streets, in the club, in the studio, making music, just making connections, meeting people, and then, a lot of them relationships that I made then carried a long way. You know what I'm saying? So doubling back, like when my music started taking off and people start traveling around, they start coming to Cali, they hearing me out there and in
Right.
different states and moving out, like going back to Atlanta, because I ended up moving back to Atlanta after that. And then I was just there for like a year and a half. And it just was everything, So
And then when did the deal come into play with Roc Nation?
late 2020, 2021.
Okay, so you was hustling and making
Yeah,
music
grinding.
and getting
Yeah.
When that deal came together, did it feel like it was? Of course, it was perfect timing. But did
Yeah.
you feel aligned in that sense?
I was happy. I was kind of relieved in the sense of because it felt like I accomplished something.
Right.
Even though I wasn't where I wanted to be, because like my whole motto is like if you ain't where you want to be, then you shouldn't be celebrating. You should still be grinding.
I think that's a lot of ours, and
Yeah.
it's important to live in the present.
Definitely. But it also hurt because like you don't get to really bask on where you started. So it was like me being able to look back at where I started when I was just running around Atlanta, sleeping on the floor, all kind of crazy shit to now move to Atlanta. I'm running around, got
Doing
a
you.
sky house apartment, all kind of, it's just different. So And then just life happening fast. So,
Yeah.
so everything just was a blessing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me being able to sign to Roc was crazy. I had never been to New York before. It was my first time coming
No
to New York.
way.
Yeah, never. Yeah, nah. So
that was your first time?
That was my very first time coming to New York was to get a deal.
That is beautiful.
Yeah. I enjoyed it.
Now, speak on the beginnings of getting a deal,
Mhm.
because, we're still early on in your career as far as what the world knows. For
Right.
you, of course, you've been grinding and doing this for a while. It takes time,
Yeah.
a lot of time. And then
Yeah.
when it happens the way it's supposed to, people just assume it's an overnight success. But
Nah,
the work that you put in.
It's been years, man. You gotta, I'm not one of them people that just like blew up.
You didn't just pop up out of nowhere.
Yeah, not like my song didn't just go viral. Like I worked for every play I worked for.
Every
like real deal.
one.
Yeah, I used to wake up every morning and DM 500 people.
500?
Yeah, until Instagram blocked me out.
Not 500.
Nah, real deal.
500.
500. Like I'll go to like whatever rapper like was popular,
Mm-hmm.
and then I DM 500 of their followers.
And send them a song or tell them to
Send them a song,
to?
listen to my link. And like I'll send them a link. And like people used to be like, man, don't send me that sorry ass shit. Like my own friends like used to be like, no, you feel me? People who I thought was my friend.
Right.
Back then, like people in my city, I just DM people. On Twitter, I would at people like, you know what I'm saying? So I tried to make sure I touched 500 people a day in between Twitter and Instagram. And like now, they be like hitting me like, man, I'm so proud of you. And I got a lot of fans like and supporters from them. Like them people like buy merch, like come to my shows and stuff like that. So it was just it was amazing. Like just how everything played out.
And then patience too, because I know when the deal first happened,
yeah,
a lot of artists
It was the pandemic, man. It was crazy.
And it was a pandemic.
It was the pandemic. I didn't know what was going
That's
on. Like,
different
what's
on
next?
all ends.
Yeah.
Because people normally assume, people who want to be in this space, they assume that it happens immediately and you get all this money and now you moving around. Like, no, you still got to work.
I'm not gonna lie. Like when you sign a deal, it's just like, for me, me signing a deal, because everybody's situation is different.
Right.
It was a battery in my back to work harder.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was just like, all right, now I got these people depending on me too.
Right.
So
you just have more people depending on you to be
absolutely,
the star.
to be the star. So you just got to put the work in. Like a lot of people feel like they made it once they sign a deal and get lackadaisical and be looking at the label for like, all right, I need you to do this, or why you not doing this and why you not doing that. And I had to go through like the growing pains of understanding like that you can't do that, or you can't look at like I ain't finna sit up here and be like, yeah, I was all perfect, like I wasn't tripping and shit. Like, nah, like, I used to call crying and all kind of stuff, but like it started making sense. You got to put your effort in too.
Right.
You know? Yeah, so.
Because that's why they had the spotlight on you, because they saw what you were doing on your own.
Yeah, absolutely. You got to help. Like at the end of the day, it's a team. It's a team thing, and if you're on any team, you gotta hold up your end.
Right.
Period. Like you gotta be able to. Everybody needs to be able to depend on you, like you want to be able to depend on them. Yeah. Relationships, everything. All of that it's all the same. Like when you have any type of thing or situation where you have to trust the next person, you have to be 100% accountable first before you can expect somebody else's accountability.
Ooh, Kalan, you dropping the gems today, for real, for real.
We was talking all that sauce about Aries, man. We good people.
You know what? You are a good person. I will say that.
All right, I appreciate it.
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, you're making music throughout this time. You're signed to the Roc. And who surprised you as far as knowing your music? Because every time your name is brought up in a room, it's always good vibes. I just had Eric Bellinger, a conversation with him, and I brought you up, and he's like, yeah, that's somebody that I want to see win.
Yeah, that's
and in just so many ways. So
he always good people's. It's surprising to me every day.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, the people that hit me up and reach out and like tell me that they listen to my music, or seeing people that know me in public and stuff like that. I'll be like, man, because I'm standoffish. Like, I'm like, man, they don't know me. They not finna fuck with me. Like, you know, so when I end up meeting somebody, they be like, oh, like I listen to your music. I'll be like,
wow.
Damn. Like, on God, you listen to my music? Like, he lying, that nigga ain't listen to my music. Like, you know what I'm saying?
No, they know.
Yeah, nah, it's surprising.
I love that.
I think the biggest one for me was Nip.
Oh,
that was like the craziest one. Yeah. R.I.P. Nip. That was shit. Not to make it sad, that was the day he passed away. He hit me up.
No way.
Yeah, like 30 minutes before.
And hit you on the DM?
Or? He DM'd me, sent me his number. Like, hey, I want to make sure you're on my album. I want to make sure I'm on yours. Fuck with you, little bro. Hit me. And then like 30 minutes, I remember exactly where I was. I was in Miami. I was taking a boating test so I can get on the jet ski. And then he had hit me. I finished the test. I got on the jet ski. I looked on Instagram. They like, yeah, Nip got shot. I'm like, what?
And you saw it then? That is so crazy.
It was crazy.
But in the same sense, it's so beautiful to know that someone with so much knowledge, so much talent, so much heart. Nip is one of my favorites.
Yeah, nah, definitely. And outside of music, I just would have wanted to pick bro brain.
Right.
Like on just life perspective. I would have wanted to have a life conversation with him. So.
But to know that he had his eye on you and was listening,
it's a blessing. It feels it's a great feeling.
Yeah, it's not a sad thing at all. It's beautiful to know. Thank you for sharing that story.
For real, long live the great, man.
For real.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep saying for real.
For real.
So with the music, you just dropped. Well, you didn't just drop, but 222 came out last year?
Last year, yeah.
And now we're gearing up for another EP.
Yeah, EP on
December. Is that true?
December.
That's what we're hoping for, right?
Not hard to understand. December.
Mm-hmm. And what are we titling it?
Not hard to understand.
Not hard to understand. And why so?
Because it's not.
I mean, in what way? Because it's not hard to understand for you because what? You're putting it all on the table?
It's not going to be hard to understand for you because it's life. And then it just is what it is, like on all aspects, like all the songs are straightforward.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And then in a personal aspect, like it's not gonna be hard to understand that what's about to happen. Like I could foresee it, like it's time for me to have my time.
And that is what this EP is gonna give us.
That's what it's about, yeah. That's what I'm going for. So all the cards, you know, you gotta speak stuff into existence.
Absolutely.
So I mean, it's time to go.
Yeah.
And it ain't gonna be hard to understand why. Like all the proof is in the pudding. And you're gonna be able to look back and see like, okay, he did this and he did this and he did this and he did this and he deserved to be here. Absolutely.
You've been very consistent.
I appreciate
and I think the work shows in so many ways, even with the singles that you have out now. I do want to know too, Butterfly Coupe, right? See, I don't know cars.
Yeah.
So that's why I had to think. But anyway, so you had Tyga first. And then Quavo. How did that happen? Did they both love it so much that they were just like...
Yeah, like I had sent it to Tyga, and like in between time, like while Tyga was working on it, we sent it to Quavo, and Quavo had Tyga sent his verse back first, and then we turned it in, and then Quavo sent it back, and I was gonna put both of them on it together, but in the time span, it didn't make sense. So I was just like, I'm not finna not put it out. We finna put out both. Like, let's go, come on, we finna drop that at remix.
I love that there's two versions, and now I want other people on it.
Yeah, might as well. You never know.
I think want to hear Future on Butterfly Coupe.
If he tap in, what's up, Pluto?
Right.
Let's do it, man.
And you could just make it a thing.
Man, and the thing about music is, like, music lasts forever. Good music lasts forever. I don't think like it has a phase to it or an ending stage. Like we could do this. I still like perform scoring.
Wow.
And they sing it word for word. I still perform like right with it. That was off my first mixtape, and they sing it word for word, like it just came out. So, you know what I'm saying? It's timeless. I'm gonna do this forever. I want to do this forever.
And you know what? You said something earlier that, you know, music is something that you would have done whether or not you got paid for it.
Right.
Because it's something that's in you. It's something that you love. And I think that is what separates, you know, star from superstar.
I ain't gonna lie. I would have had to get some money for sure.
Of course, but you wouldn't have stopped.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't have stopped making music.
You know what I'm
probably
saying?
wouldn't have taken it as serious if I didn't get the opportunities. But, you know, like people really got to pay attention, like, to what's going on in the world. You know, a lot of people just want to get in music, and I just want to make music. Like, if you making music by yourself, if you don't have no team, you should learn. Like, you should take the time to learn music. To see what's going on, because there's plenty of opportunities and there's plenty of ways for you to get money in music, you know. And I done had to act like a cameraman, all kind of shit, just to get in the door. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'll do anything. Not anything. I'll do a lot.
Right.
So I did
your
a lot.
Work for yours.
Yeah. You got to do what you got to do to do what you want to do.
Exactly. And I think all those experiences too also help form you as an artist. Holding that camera, you know what your angles are. Engineer,
you
know how you like your stuff
I know
mixed.
how I like the sound,
you know?
For sure, yeah.
So all of that matters.
And it made it a lot easier to make. It made it way easier to make music, because I didn't have to wait on nobody.
Absolutely.
If you could depend on yourself 100%, do it.
Right.
You know?
Right. And also the help of the team is very necessary.
Yeah,
too.
no, for sure. But I like in a sense of saying like before I had the team.
Right.
Yeah, like before you get a team, like don't nobody just want to be on your team if you don't have nothing to offer. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I for sure ain't. You know, like I ain't going like
there
that.
There has to be a reason as to why they're on your team.
Absolutely. And then and at the same time, they gotta offer something, and you gotta have something to offer too. They gotta want to take a chance on you too. So like just going back to teamwork, like everybody gotta be accountable.
Absolutely. And what do you feel about your team now, and you know the moves that you guys are making as you grow as an artist?
I got a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
They care
love me.
about you.
I get on their nerves.
They care about you. I got many calls for you too. Yeah.
I love them. I get on their nerves though. I be doing this all the time.
Oh my God. And I looked.
No, see.
That's really everything. You just brought it back. Please.
Yeah, but nah, they amazing. They go to war for me. They go to bat for me. They keep me in check. If I ever get too full of myself, they be the first. They humble me real fast. If I'm ever not feeling myself, they give me my flowers.
Right.
You know, so it's nothing. Everybody is accountable. You know what I'm saying? Everybody work hard, so it's really nothing more I can ask for.
Yeah, it's an important balance to have. And before we get up out of here, your present feelings about everything that's about to happen before it happens.
Yeah.
Because, you know, this project, like you said, is going to stamp a lot for you. And I just want you to speak life into that. Nah. What's going to happen? What do we want to happen? Like you said, we got to put it on the universe.
I'm finna be the man.
What else?
Period. Him Duncan.
Himothy.
All that. I'm finna be the man. Like, just watch. Like, you know.
Yeah, not too hard to understand.
It ain't hard to understand at all.
On the way, Kalan.FrFr, BET Talks.
True for real.